Hello dear students, very good morning to you all. In today's class I teach you one more simple topic from structures, that is structures and functions. Already we studied about the structures also, already we studied about the user defined functions also. Now what is today's topic, do you know? In this topic I teach you how to pass the structures to user defined functions to do specific task. Already we know what is user defined function. The function created by the programmer is called as user defined function. Look at the example first so that you can understand. In this example, result is one of the user defined function. Now can you guess what is the function of this function? Yes, you are right. It takes the average marks of a student and declares the results like passed or failed. Now I am calling my function only. The function created by me is result. I am calling my function. To my function I am passing the member of a structure. Already we know what is AVG. Can you guess? S.avg means AVG is the member inside the structure. One of the student structure is there. S is the variable of which type? That structure type. That means to this function I am passing structure member as an argument. This function will take the contents of this member, then it will check whether the average marks is more than or equals to 35, then pass, otherwise fail. Then what is this function? To the user defined function I am passing one structure member as an argument. Look at another example. What is the display? Display is not built-in function. This is not already available in C language. Display is created by the programmer. That means display is one of the user defined function. Now see what is this S? S is a variable of which type? Struct student type. That means to this user defined function I am passing the structure variable itself. Now can you guess what is the function of this display? It takes the contents of this S structure variable and displays on the terminal. That is the function of display. Look at the third example. Display into bracket address of S. That means I am passing the address of the structure variable S here. I am not passing the contents of the structure variable. I am passing the address of the structure variable. Already I taught you call by value and call by reference methods while teaching functions. I hope you might have watched my lecture videos. Okay? If you have watched it, that is well and good. Otherwise please watch it. Then only I want to understand today's topic. Call by value method means what? There we pass the values to user defined function. Call by reference method means instead of passing the values we pass the addresses of variables. In order to work with call by reference method we need to have the knowledge of pointers. That is also I taught you. Please watch that video first, afterwards watch it. If you have watched it, that is well and good. I hope you might have watched it. Okay. Means in the first example I am passing the structure member as an argument. In the second example I am passing the structure variable as an argument. In the third example I am passing the address of the structure variable as an argument. One more method is there. You can pass the address of structure member also. You can pass the address of the structure or address of the structure member also. In theory examination, if you get a question on structures and functions, you need to explain about how to pass the structure member as an argument, how to pass the structure variable as an argument, how to pass the address of the structure variable. How many ways are there? There are mainly two ways. One is call by value method, one more is call by address method. In the call by value method we pass the structure variable or we pass the structure member. In the call by reference method we pass the address of structure variable or address of structure member as an argument to user defined function to do specific task. That is what the topic structures and functions. What is the topic? Structures and functions. Okay. What is today's topic? Structures and functions. That means in today's class I teach you how to pass the structure variable or how to pass the structure member to user defined function to do specific task. Whenever I give the example, then only you will come to know, otherwise you will not understand. So I give the example for you now. See the example. Look at this program as a bird's view. I am writing my own function called read. It will not take any inputs, but it gives one value back of which type? Struct student type. I am writing one more function called display. it takes one input of which type? Struct student type. It will not give us any value back. I am writing one more function called result. It takes one float type of value. It will not return any value back. How many functions I am writing? I am creating my own functions. I am creating my own function called read. I am creating my own function called display. I am creating my own function called result. For the first function I am not passing anything, but I get the one value of which type? Struct student type. But for the display I pass one value of which type? Struct student type, but I will not get any value back. But for the result I pass one float type of value, I will not get anything. Okay, I hope you understood. Very good. First I create one structure here. How to create structure? Hello dear students, I hope you understood. I am writing three functions. One is read, one more is display, one more is result. First I create a structure here, struct student, with three members. First member is roll number, second one is name, third one is average marks. Here my program starts. See the program of main function. Very less code here. I am calling the function here. First I have defined one variable, struct student temp. Temp is the variable of which type? Struct student type. Now I am calling read, come here, read the student information and give me. That function will read the information and it gives back. Whatever it gives, that will be stored in the temp. Here temp is a structure variable to receive data. Once this function gives us the information, I call another assistant, display, come here, take this information and print it. That means here I have taken the data back here. Here I am passing the contents of the variable. That will be displayed by display function. I am calling one more function called result. To this function I am passing the average marks. What is the function of this function? Do you know? It declares the results like pass or fail. Understood or not? As per my think you have not yet understood. I explain you slowly once again. Now I explain you. Temp is the variable of which type? Struct student type. Now I am calling which function? Read. Where is the read function? See here. Now this function executes. It is not taking any inputs. Struct student, yes. Yes is the variable of which type? Struct student type. I read the student information, roll number, name and average marks. Roll number is 101, Thomas and 70. 101 will be stored in roll number, Thomas will be stored in name, 70 will be stored in AVG. Now S is having all the student information. It returns S. Whatever it returns, that will be stored in which variable? Temp. Now temp is having the student information. Now I call display. To the display function I give the temp. See here, see the display function. Struct student S. Contents of temp will be transmitted to S variable. Contents of temp is transmitted to S. Now what is the function of display? It displays S dot RNO, S dot name, S dot AVG. Read function is reading the information and giving the contents of that variable back. Display function will take that information and it displays. Now I call the third function, result, come here and take temp.avg. Temp.avg is having 70. That 70 is transmitted to float type of X variable. Now 70 is more than 35. Yes, it displays the result like pass. I hope everyone has understood. This is little bit clumsy topic, but if you listen to me with concentration or if you watch this video again now, definitely you understand. Most of the students, they feel like that this topic is very difficult. In reality this topic is easier if you understand. Once again I repeat everything in just 2 minutes so that they can get the confidence on this topic. What is today's topic? Structures and functions. For us possible to pass the structure variable or members of structure as arguments or as inputs to user defined function also. Then how to pass the inputs? You can pass the inputs by call by value or call by reference method. In the call by value method we pass the values. That means you can pass the entire structure variable or you can pass the contents of individual structure member also. In the call by address method we are passing the addresses of structure variable or we are passing the address of structure member. These are simple example. To this function I am passing the member as argument. To this function I am passing the structure variable as argument. To this function I am passing the address of structure variable. I give one very simple example. I am writing three own functions. One is read, one more is display, one more is result. First I created the structure. temp is the variable of the type struct student. I am calling the read function. Read function will read the student information. It gives the S contents back. S is a structure variable. That contents of S will be transmitted to temp. That temp I pass to display. Temp is transmitted to S. Display function will display the student information. Then I am passing the individual member of that structure. What is that? Temp.avg. Temp.avg is transmitted to X. It declares the results like pass or fail. Means in this program, how many user defined functions we have written? 3. Read, display, result. And structure we have created outside. Here the main program started, here the main program completed. These are the separate 3 functions we have written. All the 3 functions will work according to our call. I hope you understood. Thank you. In the next class I teach you type def statement. If you have any doubts, please ask me. I am ready to help you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.